What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is X-plore Costa Rica. Today, we're going to get and check out everything you need to know about Puerto Viejo, Costa Rica. What's up, guys? My name is Jeff. This is my beautiful co-host and fiance, Liliana.
If you're new to our channel, please like or subscribe. We drop a video every Tuesday and Thursday with everything you need to know about visiting or living in Costa Rica.
We sure do. We also host a portfolio of some beautiful vacation rentals located in and around the country. If you're thinking about visiting Costa Rica, that website popping up on bottom, explorevita.com. Get in, check us out, make your next vacation booking. We'd love to see you in Costa Rica. We'd love to accommodate your stay. And with that, it's time to jump right in and check out Puerto Viejo, Costa Rica. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to get in and check out Puerto Viejo, Costa Rica. From how do you get there? Where's it located? What's the town like? What's the vibe like? What's the food like? What's the hotels like? And everything in between. So let's get this show going. Let's have some fun today. So Puerto Viejo is located in the province of Limon in the Southern Caribbean zone. This is going to be, I don't know, what do you think, about 5 hours away from San Jose, depending on where you're going to end up in the Puerto Viejo region. And it's actually really close to the Panamanian border. Got anything on that?
That's right. It could start from 5 hours up to, well, it depends on the traffic and the construction in the middle of the way.
Very much so. So let's get it going. How do we get to Puerto Viejo? There are two roads. You have the old way that's going to take you through Cartago, through Terrialba. Nobody really goes this way anymore. The locals and government have built a brand new highway, or actually still in the process of building a new highway, getting to it. So from San Jose, you're going to find the main highway, go over the pass. It's a beautiful drive. When you summit the pass, it reminds me a lot of Hawaii. I mean, it's very tropical, it's raining. You're going to feel like you have just really went from like the Central Valley region and that quickly you are in the tropics. How cool is that? The road, for the most part, is extremely safe.
Yes, and it's also very interesting how, like, in the middle of the way or at the tolls, they're always selling something, like either plantains or these little fruits that are seasonal. That at the time we went there, we were able to see a lot. Is the mamon chino. It's like a red fruit that a lot of people, we all love it. So like for $2, you get this big bag of fruit. The
main highway was built maybe 10 to 15 years ago. They are expanding it. So you'll be driving down, like, you know, the right-hand side of the road for, I don't know, 10 or 12 miles. And all of a sudden you're on the next side of the road. You keep kind of leapfrogging back and forth. So when I say the road's kind of daunting, that's what I'm referring to. It's actually a pretty decent road in terms of roads for Costa Rica. You get over to Limon, you get on the main small little highway. I have no problem with that. You dogleg over to the Puerto Viejo region. All in all, it takes us about 4, maybe 5 hours from San Jose to get to Puerto Viejo.
That's right. A lot of plantain and banana plantation at the side of the road when you are about to get there.
Very true. The banana trees start jumping, sprouting up as far as the eye can see. One of the big differences you're going to note when you're in the Caribbean zone, so that's Puerto Viejo. Name some towns over there so I don't mispronounce them, please.
Yeah, Puerto Viejo, Manzanillos, Playa Cahuita.
So anywhere from Limon all the way down to the Panamanian border is what we're going to refer to as like the Puerto Viejo district, or on a map you're going to see it as the Caribbean zone per se. So anywhere in this area, it's a little bit less developed than other parts of Costa Rica. With that said, over the years, there's been massive growth in and around the Puerto Viejo area. I was blown away by how much has changed in the last 8 years since I've been there. But with that said, these are going to be smaller hotels. So if you've been to the Costa area, there's some Marriotts out there, mega hotels, 7,000 room kind of chain hotels. You get down to where we live, South Costa Rica, old school Costa Rica, 20, 30, 40. Well, I guess you got Crocs down there, which is a big hotel. But over in Puerto Viejo side, they're more bed and breakfast. They're going to be more boutique hotels over on that side. So I don't know, 2 to 10 rooms. They're just a lot smaller. What do you think?
Yes, that's right. We were able to stay at this beautiful place. But yeah, you can also tell that the amenities are maybe more limited than in other parts of the country.
Very true, very true. Where we actually stayed was not a hotel. Where we actually found it on a vacation rental site. A hotel owned it, but these were like bungalows. They had cleared the forest, and you had maybe, I don't know, 10 or 12 bungalow little houses set up. So I actually wouldn't consider that a hotel. I mean, do you agree with that? More of a vacation rental that was owned and operated by it. With our experiences, it was great. It was a little expensive. I thought it was pretty expensive for what we got, but no complaints. I mean, that we had our own private swimming pool. You had beautiful small palm trees surrounding the property. It was quiet. It was really close to town. What's really changed a lot with vacation rentals in the last 8 to 10 years is the area has become a lot more developed. So 8 years ago when we grabbed a vacation rental, you were way up in the hills. I mean, so in the Puerto Viejo area, there's a lot more to do today than there was 8 years ago. With that said, I think there's a lot more activities going on over on the Pacific side in terms of zip line. I mean, the list goes on and on. But we did see a lot of ATV rentals, a lot of scooter rentals. There was paddle boarding. Unfortunately, we were only there a couple days. We were filming most of the time, so we weren't able to get on and do the paddle boarding down the river. What else did you see down there?
Tours, a lot of tours like adventure parks and also these type of safari tours. It's very popular to see the sloths and a lot of wildlife. So yes, there's a lot of that too.
I would say the number one thing, and obviously I think everybody's going to laugh with this, would be the beach is going to be the main attraction there. You don't really see zip lining. It's more flat for Costa Rica on the Caribbean side. But again, you know, there was abundance of restaurants, of nightlife, some clubs to go to, ATVs, paddle boarding, and of course, a lot of animal sanctuaries and those sorts of things. I think a lot of people also stage their trip over to Panama for Bacos del Toros. I think Costa Rica markets Panama a little bit better than actually Panama does. We just watched an episode on this. So a lot of people actually use PV to cross the border, run down to Bacos del Toros. I've done it. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. That was a great time. But keeping it local and PV, there definitely is a lot more to do today than there was 8 years ago. And let's talk about the town itself. So the high season over there is going to be a lot different than other places in Costa Rica. When I was there in February, the town was very quiet, but the high season over in the Caribbean zone of Puerto Viejo is what?
It's about May all the way to December. It's completely backwards if you want to go visit the Pacific side in Costa Rica.
This is very true. So this last time we went over there and we actually figured out what high season was, this was in December, wasn't it?
Yeah, December, November,
yeah.
October.
Right. I think it was late October and they peak in December is what the guy was telling us. So at any rate, we just got back from Puerto Viejo, so I apologize everybody. That town was popping. It was on fire. You could hardly get through the streets. There were so many people. If you're looking for nightlife, this is a great place to be, and it wasn't like this 8 years ago. They have an abundance of restaurants, an abundance, a couple, I call them nightclubs. I mean, maybe they are, maybe they're not, but they're playing music and you can have a cocktail until, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to count it as a nightclub. There just is so much going on in Puerto Viejo.
It's actually, if you want to take a break from the rainy season, which is pouring rainy all the way, all day, pretty much. Sometimes half of the day, sometimes it's all day. Well, you can go to Limon and experience a totally different weather. And yes, there's a lot of nightlife, restaurants with this very amazing Caribbean style food. The flavor is really rich in coconut, the pineapple. It has some little sweetness that we love it. It's really, really good.
Very, very true. Caribbean jerk is very huge in Puerto Viejo. If you're trying to ball on a budget and keep everything cheap, 8 years ago, I lived off of street vendors' food. Literally, you just get a skewer with different vegetables and chicken. And it was all chicken. It's Caribbean jerk on it. It was incredible. It's like $2 a stick. You need 1 or 2 for a complete meal. We treated ourselves, went to some restaurants with a heavy Caribbean theme. The food was really, really good and completely different from what we're used to in Costa Rica.
That's right. Well, you also can find a lot of the seafood, but you can always find the Caribbean flavor in it.
Yeah, very true. One thing that I truly liked and I think was pretty cool, which has also evolved, I didn't see any 8 years ago, at least I don't remember, is the tuk-tuks are everywhere. So when you get over there, they're going to have tuk-tuks, the same ones that you would think of, like in the Philippines or Thailand or in the Pacific area of Asia. They're going to have the same tuk-tuks that are like the taxi services over there, which is very unique for Costa Rica.
Yes, they're actually perfect for the little ride since the streets are so narrow, so it's very comfortable. So you can see a lot of the bags passing through the cars. They have to be very careful, and the tuk-tuks it's a lot of fun because it's very easy to get to where you want to go in the town.
This is very true, and I think one of the biggest, so over in Puerto Viejo, this is going to be the actual rainforest of Costa Rica. The rest of the region, if you've seen some of our other episodes, we cover this. You have like, Guanacaste is more of like a dry forest. Where we live in the Pacific is definitely a dry forest. Over here is an actual rainforest. I mean, they do have the dry season, but outside of that, it rains cats and dogs the majority of the year over in the Caribbean zone. And because of this, the forest is extremely dense, and you have an abundance of different species of monkeys. I know that every single morning where we were staying at, there was a troop of howler monkeys that would come through and woo, woo, woo. I mean, every single morning you'd walk outside, they're just roar. We were driving down the street and literally pulled over. You could see a troop of monkeys on one side of the highway, and literally they were jumping over the highway from one set of trees to the other right over our heads. And there was probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them that did this. Unfortunately, I got the cameras out, and it's like anything in life. You start looking at something and they start looking back at you, but we were able to get a few of these guys on camera. It's truly something I won't forget that day. So I do think there is actually more wildlife, more monkeys in the Caribbean zone than other parts of Costa Rica. The challenge there with some of these animals is the forest. The rainforest is so dense, it can actually obscure seeing some of these different species of animals.
Exactly, it was very fun to just stop at the side of the street and see the monkeys, how they play and jump from trees to the other trees in the middle of the street. So
I mean, there's almost like monkeys running across the street. You turn around, there's a monkey. Turn up here, there's a monkey. So we were blessed. We got to see a lot of monkeys. We have some friends that live right around the Limon area. We're told that there is an abundance of sloths in this area. I've been over to PV a few times in all my journeys to Costa Rica. Unfortunately, I was never blessed to see a sloth. I've only seen a sloth by Playa Chiquita outside of Jaco. But, I'm told from all the locals that there are sloths everywhere over in the Puerto Viejo area. Last thing I want to hit on is my first time I was astonished being over there is this is a completely different flavor from Costa Rica. So I really don't think that, you're going to hear, hey, Pura Vida, and it's like a Latin, Latino kind of a Tico-Tica kind of environment like the rest of Costa Rica. This is going to be more of a Caribbean, Rastafarian, reggae sort of culture over in this area. So, Gia Mon, how you going, Mon? A lot of reggae music. You're going to see a lot of Bob Marley. Maybe smell Bob Marley a little bit, so to speak. So things are quite different over in the Caribbean zone. What do you got?
yes, that's right. There's a lot of reggae music everywhere you go. Even the DJs, they will play this different type of music, very influenced by Jamaica. So yes, there's a lot of Afro-Caribbean culture around this area.
Very, very true. PV, for the most part, it's an extremely safe place for Costa Rica. There are narcos in Costa Rica. I've been told it's not safe to be on the beaches at night. I know when I was there 8 years ago, they had one of the largest drug busts like 2 blocks away from when we were staying at a hotel at the time, which, it's kind of, didn't ruin my day. It didn't affect us at all. I mean, it's in the news, but who cares? But, you do want to use some caution at night. It is a third world country. You're real close to Panama. And I've been told if they're running the banana boats up onto the coast, and I'm sure it's nowhere around the public beaches, they don't want to get caught, so to speak. But you need to use a little bit of caution. Stay in your own lane. If you see something, just walk the other way. But for the most part, it's extremely safe over there. We've never had any problems. I've never had any problems. I would at night keep it to town. I think as long as you're staying in town, you're going to be A-okay. And I would stay off the beaches at night. Do you agree with that?
That's right. Especially if you're a woman, you don't want to be by yourself or staying up too late. There's a lot going on, there are parties, there are places and everything, but if you want to reduce the risk, you just have to use some little common sense and protect yourself.
That's what it always goes down to, common sense. Great point. So, guys, that's all we got for today. We've always enjoyed Puerto Viejo. Hopefully, you guys will put this on your to-do list when traveling around Costa Rica. Get down there, check it out. It's amazing. I'm sure you guys will love it as much as we do. So, that's all we got for you guys today. Make sure you like and subscribe. We drop a new video every Tuesday and Thursday with everything you need to know about visiting or living in Costa Rica. That website popping up on bottom, explorevita.com. Get in, check us out, book your next vacation. We'd love to see you down there. We'd love to accommodate your stay. And with that, until next time, pura vida.
Pura vida.